Hi everyone, and welcome to the 6th episode of Torqueconomics Weekly Automotive Update. This video covers the week of 21st to 28th of February 2025. Let's dive right into the headlines of the week. Starting off with Mercedes caving into the pressure from car enthusiasts. The company moved to 4-cylinder in its latest generation of C63 in 2023. Despite the latest model offering up to 671 horsepower, nobody bought one. After 2 years of poor sales, multiple news sources have reported the return of the V8 for the model in the upcoming year. This is in addition to the two-door version of the C and E being merged into the CLE class, and is confirmed with a V8 as well. The company has also moved to scale back its EV plans by getting rid of its separate EV lineup designated EQ, with models such as the EQS. Instead, Mercedes is moving to pure EV versions of its more traditional models, with the E-Class being added to the list after C, GLC and S-Classes already confirmed. The move will both decrease development costs and be more accepting for existing Mercedes buyers. Perhaps the reason why Mercedes are making these changes now is because the company has struggled in one of their biggest markets of China. There were talks with regulators as China worry about its slowing economy. There were also job cuts with a significant 25% in reduction of workforce in the country. BMW's Mini has also significantly cut back on its investments this week. The company has announced a pause in its plans to revamp the Mini plant in Oxford. The plant currently produces the company's gasoline vehicles only, most of which are its hatch model variations. Moving on to another nail in Nissan's coffin. Nissan has been poised to fail given its cash-desperate balance sheet if it does not secure additional funding. As a result, Moody has cut its bonds to junk rating. For those that do not know, a junk rating can be quite detrimental, as it means the company will have to raise money at a much higher interest rates, as investors such as pension funds are not allowed to invest in junk bonds. Despite this, Tesla was mentioned in passing this week as a potential investor to bail Nissan out. Subsequently, Nissan's share price actually rose above what it was under the rumors of the merger with Honda. However, the company's senior management are still in the crosshair for its public failure with the merger. Investors are not happy and are already searching for a replacement CEO. Nissan isn't the only company looking to replace their CEO. Stellantis' former CEO resigned in December despite making $102 million personally in the 3 years he was there. Stellantis is desperately trying to find a replacement CEO that will be able to stabilize the sinking ship with a huge collection of brands including Fiat, Chrysler, Citroën, Opel, Dodge, and Alfa Romeo. The company's results dropped from $7.7 billion of profits to $127 million of losses in 1 year. These are worrying numbers, albeit not at the Nissan level. Lucid are also looking for a new CEO after laying off Peter Rawlinson. Rawlinson is best known for being the chief vehicle engineer responsible for the Tesla Model S. Speaking of Tesla, there were more headlines over the company this week, with the first being its preparation to launch full self-driving technology in China. This technology has already been available in the US for a while. This comes after the news that the company won a lawsuit to limit damages over an autopilot crash in the US over a wrongful death. Tesla also acquired a bankrupt German parts manufacturer called Manz. Manz was previously a manufacturer of battery equipment as well as sensors for assistance systems. Notwithstanding, the overwhelming headline for Tesla this week was related to their results showing extremely poor sales in Europe due to Elon's controversial personality in the American political space. Tesla's shares tumbled over 25% in the past month to below the magical $1 trillion barrier. Continuing on, the Tesla-backed startup Leaf released footage of its flying car this week. The car weighs about 386 kilos and costs a hefty $300,000. Nevertheless, it serves as a good proof of concept as the car is practical compared to concepts of the past using massive wings. In the past week, there were also a couple interesting headlines involving old money families in the automotive industry. The first of which is the partial sale of Agnelli's stake in Ferrari. The Agnelli family company Exor will still own about a quarter of Ferrari after the sale. The family is known for their ownership in Ferrari, Juventus, and a variety of other Italian companies. The sale appears to just be diversification rather than anything with ill intent. The second sale might be a bit more concerning. The Porsche family sold some of its Volkswagen stocks to diversify away from the struggling business. The slowing Chinese sales have troubled the age-old family. In other news coming from the UK, a new law passed this week banning the possession of signal jammers and electronic replicators that are most often used in car thefts. Jail sentences are as long as 5 years, and the ban aims to curb the rampant car theft in the UK. Into the Digest car maker right section. Maserati recalled 27,000 vehicles over a rearview camera issue. The camera would simply just not display an image on defected vehicles. Tesla recalled 376,000 vehicles over a power steering issue. This was also a contributing factor to the stocks drop over the past week. Finally, looking at our releases and discontinuations monitor. We start with the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra that has just went on sale in China. It offers an impressive 1,526 horsepower for the equivalent low price of $73,000. Frankly, the value on offer is quite absurd and has led to 10,000 orders within the first 2 hours of availability. Deliveries are expected starting from March 2nd. BMW has launched a special VR46 edition of the M4 CS for a record $155,000. Included in the package is the chance to meet Valentino Rossi. This legendary MotoGP rider currently races for BMW's car division. Reports suggest Mercedes are planning to launch a smaller version of its flagship G-Wagon nicknamed the Baby G. Unsure at this stage whether it will be an EV, hybrid or petrol. Audi Media Center confirmed the upcoming unveiling of the A6 Avant Wagon. A leaked image is shown on the bottom left. A large Audi SUV was also spotted for testing this week, suspected to be the upcoming Audi Q9 given the silhouette appears to be much larger than our current Q7. Toyota is set to release a new FJ Cruiser off-road SUV for 2026. Renders from Moto1 this week show a design language in line with the new Land Cruisers. The 2025 Volvo ES90 has arrived with over 700 km of range and quick charge time of 20 minutes between 10 and 80%. Kia is set to compete with the VW ID van with a mid-size offering called the PV5. And lastly, Kia will also release a small EV called the EV2 in the upcoming couple years. Now, that was all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and please look forward to weekly videos on an ongoing basis. On that bombshell, goodbye.